Hey everyone, another video coming at you today with super tired Lucas. As you can see, it is quite late already. I've had a pretty long day and I just did not have the creativity to do a video like this. But then I thought about it and thought that I could use that non-creativity to talk to you about something, and that is an attitude that is actually quite helpful in life. So something that makes a big difference is if you just say, screw it. Screw the consequences, screw whatever happens, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to do it. And that's so powerful because in most of life we're afraid, we're worried, we think um, we're not courageous enough, we think that there's going to be negative consequences to something we might do, and it just freaks us out a little bit. We don't know how to really we don't know what we might lose. It's like this. I think I talked about this before. It's like this black abyss. There's something happening. There's something out there. There's something on this other side of that abyss. We know that, but we can't see it. And that scares us. And this might be, when you go ask someone out for the first time, like your crush, when you go for a job opportunity, when you go for a promotion opportunity, when you try to become more successful, when you try something new, anything could be that. When you feel afraid or uncomfortable or nervous, it's likely because you see this black abyss in front of you. It's maybe just a foot down before the black smoke just fills everything up and you have no idea what's on the other side. And we don't want to look down there. We don't want to see what's on the other side of it. It's the same thing as going into your cellar in the middle of the night. And you kind of know that there's nothing scary out there, but you would never go there without a light. You still turn on the light because it's too scary to go down into the deep, dark cellar on your own. Even though it's the same cellar you've had in your house for months, weeks, years, and it hasn't changed. It's not just suddenly a monster that appears because it's dark, but we think that way. We think that because we can't see it, it has to be something bad. And so we avoid doing it. We avoid doing the uncomfortable thing. We avoid doing the scary thing. We avoid trying. When, in fact, we should just say screw it. Because the consequences don't really matter. Sure, something bad could happen, but how often is that true? Why can't something better happen? Why can't you just be courageous? Why can't you just go in the cellar and find a pile of gold? It's just as likely to happen as there to be a random monster that you envision. Why, when you go ask your crush out, can't they just say yes? Why, when you go ask for the promotion, maybe something good happens out of it? Why can't that happen? Why do we always default to the negative and the scary thing? Why can't we just think that something good is happening? Most likely, neither will happen. Most likely, you will think of 1,000 different things that could have happened, and the 1,001st thing will happen. How many times have you actually been right on what happens? And how many times was it just confirmation bias and trying to be right? Most of the time, you're not going to find, you're going to be wrong. Most of the time, you're going to be wrong. And whatever you think is below that dark fog at the edge of that cliff, it's likely not what's going to be down there. So just say screw it. Do it anyway. Try it. Who knows what might happen? Maybe it's the best thing that can happen to you. Maybe nothing comes out of it. Okay, then you've lost nothing because you would have stayed on top of the cliff anyway. And if something negative happens, then be believe in yourself enough that you'll figure things out. I mean, you've made it here. You're here now, right? So whatever happens on the other side, it's not actually that scary. The point to this is that we often hold ourselves back due to fear. We often hold ourselves back because we don't want to see what's on the other side, and so we limit ourselves. And that causes us to miss so many opportunities throughout life. It causes us to miss so many amazing moments because we're just too afraid. We're not courageous enough to go for it. So I encourage you to just say screw it and just do it anyway and see what comes out of it. In most situations, you'll be happy you did. In fact, most people at the end of their lives say it's not the moments they've tried that they regret and the moments they failed that they regret, but it's the moments they didn't try. It's the opportunities they didn't take. It's the things they didn't do. It's the things that they were too afraid to try that they regret at the end. What is it that you're too afraid to do right now? What big thing should you do or do you think could really benefit your life that you're not doing because you're too worried about what may happen? What are you holding yourself back on? And then I want you to try that. I want you to be courageous enough and say screw it to the results and do it anyway. Ask out that crush. Go for that job opening. Go for that promotion. Do what scares you. It doesn't have to be a big scare. Right? We don't want you to get a heart attack. But don't limit yourself before you know what may happen. Try it anyway. That's kind of why I'm making this video here today. I'm super tired. It's way too late for me to, I should be doing this. I should be doing this while it's still light outside. Screw it. It doesn't matter. Whatever happens, happens. Maybe something great will happen. Maybe no one will watch this. I have no idea. We'll just see what happens. Take this kind of attitude to heart and try to apply it more often. You'll be so glad that you're doing this. You could wait for the perfect moment all your life, and it could never happen. Or you could just count your losses, take what you can get, and try it and see what happens. I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised. Hopefully that's a good tip to get you into the weekend. I'm gonna try my best to record a video a little earlier tomorrow. And yeah, have a great weekend everyone, and see you in the next video.